Hello friends, welcome back to the video lessons on electronic measuring instruments. Till now we discussed about principle of rectifier type voltmeter, working of rectifier type voltmeter, principle of rectifier type ammeter and working of rectifier type ammeter. Now we will see the next topic, that is series type ohm meter. We will see what is the construction, how the series type of ohm meter is constructed, and what is the design procedure for a series type ohm meter. Basically, similar to a voltmeter or an ammeter or a rectifier type meter, the ohm meter also makes use of the basic PMMC movement as the primary instrument. Additional circuitry is used to the basic PMMC movement to convert it as a ohm meter, that is a meter used for the measurement of resistance. The basic meter movement can be used to measure resistance if it is combined with a battery and a current limiting resistance as shown in figure. Here 1.5 volts battery is used. Here this is the internal resistance 100 ohms of the basic PMMC movement, and 1 milliampere would be the internal full scale deflection current IM, and a current limiting resistor is connected in series with the basic PMMC movement along with a battery, and its value, a practical value, is given as 1400 ohms. Otherwise we can assume this to be RSE or say R1. And here are the two output terminals for the ohm meter. Output terminals for the ohm meter. Across these two terminals, we have to place an external resistance of unknown value, and the meter indicates its value. That is the basic purpose of ohm meter, to measure the unknown resistance. Now, let us see how it works. Let us suppose that the terminals X and Y are short circuited. When X and Y are short circuited, then there is internal resistance in the loop. The loop resistance is 1400 plus 100, that is 1500. 1.5 divided by 1500 or 1.5 kilo ohms is nothing but the current flowing through the circuit. 1.5 by 1.5 kilo ohms, that is 1 milliampere. 1 milliampere, as we know, the full scale deflection current of the basic PMMC movement. That is why 1400 ohms is being selected in this particular example. So the pointer will show full scale deflection because 1 milliampere current is flowing. So the pointer would be coming down to this position. And what this position corresponds to, if the meter is to be calibrated in terms of resistance, at this position, when full scale deflection current is flowing through the meter, the external resistance or the unknown resistance is zero because the terminals are short circuited. So on the scale, it is marked as 0 ohms. Then When these two terminals are open, when these two terminals are open, then a potentiometer is connected across these two terminals. That is at the junction of multiplier resistance, current limiting resistance, and the negative of the basic PMMC movement, negative terminal of the basic PMMC movement, and the negative terminal of the battery. A potentiometer is connected here. When the terminals are left open, this potentiometer is adjusted in such a way that the current remains zero. If at all, actually, when the leads are open, the current will be zero because the circuit is open altogether. So, for the pointer resting at zero position, the current is zero and the resistance value is infinity because the terminals X and Y are open. For measuring resistance, the ohm meter leads X and Y are connected across the unknown resistance after switching off the power in the circuit under test. Only in that case the ohm meter battery can provide current for the meter movement. Right? Since the amount of current depends on the amount of external resistance, the meter scale can be calibrated in ohms instead of milliamperes. For measuring resistance, the ohm meter leads XY are connected across the unknown resistance after switching off the power in the circuit under test. Only in that case the ohm meter battery can provide current for the meter movement. Since the amount of current depends on the amount of external resistance, the meter scale can be calibrated in ohms instead of milliamperes. This I already told. When the leads X and Y are shorted, meter current is 1.5 by 1500 ohms, that is 1 milliampere. The meter shows full scale deflection to the extreme right. The ohm meter reading corresponds to 0 ohms. Make a correction here. This is not watts, print mistake. It is ohms. Resistance is 0. When leads X and Y are open, that is, when they do not touch each other, meter current is 0. Hence, it corresponds to infinite resistance on the ohm meter scale. So, on the extreme right hand side, it is 0 ohms. On the extreme left hand side, it is infinite ohms. Following points are about the ohm meter are worth noting. First one, the resistance scale is non-linear. In case of DC voltmeter and in case of ammeter, the scale is linear. That is, even we have seen the different meter images, the scale is linear. The entire scale is divided into uh, say 5 main divisions, and each main division corresponds to 10 subdivisions. So throughout the scale, entire scale, the readings are linear. But whereas in case of resistance measurement, that is in case of ohm meter, now just try to imagine starting from 0 to infinity on a single scale. How would it be possible? How would it be possible to cover 0 to infinite resistance on a single scale. So, starting from 0 to the middle of the scale, the readings would be more linear. And from the middle of the scale towards infinity, that is towards the left of the scale, the readings will be non-linear and more crowded. That is one point to be observed. The resistance scale is non-linear, that is, it is expanded at the right near 0 ohm and crowded at the left near infinite ohm. This nonlinearity is due to the reciprocal function, that is I is equal to V by R. Suppose we know that the parameter that is responsible for the deflection is current. Either it is ohmmeter or it is ammeter or it is voltmeter or it is rectifier type voltmeter or any other meter. When a pointer is deflecting, then the movement is caused by the current flowing through a coil. So current is responsible. Now here how we are getting current? We are getting current here by a factor V by R, where V is the battery voltage applied in the ohmmeter and 1 by R is the factor that is affecting the value of current. And 1 by R is always a nonlinear quantity. Say for example 1 by 1 is 1, 1 by 2 0.5, 1 by 3 0.33, 1 by 4 0.25, 1 by 5 0.2. Just see here, starting from 1, 0.5, 0.33, 0.2, 0.25 and zero point 0.2. So the readings are not uniform, are not linear. They are not spaced linearly. Whereas the variation in numbers are linear. 1 by 1, okay. 1 by 2, denominator is changing from 1 to 2, a linear change. 1 by 3, denominator is changing from 2 to 3, linear change. But the fraction is changing in a non-linear fashion. So whenever a fraction is responsible for the uh, what we say generation of current, then naturally the amount of current would also be nonlinear, because V by R is a nonlinear quantity when R is linearly varied. That is why we get this nonlinear function. The second point to be observed is the ohm meter reads upscale regardless of the polarity of the leads, because the direction of current is determined by the internal battery. In case of ammeter and voltmeter, what we said, we have to connect the meter in the circuit with proper polarity, positive to positive and negative to negative. If the meter is connected in the reverse order, that is positive to negative and negative to positive, then the pointer tends to deflect in the counterclockwise direction against the mechanical stop, and it will damage the spring tension of the mounting assembly of the movement, and over a period of time when used repeatedly it may damage the efficiency of the measuring instruments. But here in case of ohm meter, you can connect the ohm meter in either way. There won't be any positive and negative. The meter can be connected either way. Either you connect the meter, either you connect the meter uh, to a resistor with one end here, the other end here, or reverse the terminals of the resistance. That doesn't make any difference whether the resistance is connected in one direction or in the other direction. the direction of current is decided only by this supply. In this supply, the positive is upside and negative is downside. So the current flows from Y to X through the resistance. Right. If the polarity is reversed here, positive here, negative here, then in that case, the current flows through X through resistance to Y and through the meter back to negative. So the direction of current entirely depends upon the battery polarity that is being used, and the meter can be comfortably connected in either polarity with either polarity to the resistance. Third one, at half scale deflection, external resistance equals to the internal resistance of the ohm meter. Here, at half scale deflection, that is at this point, the resistance here would be exactly equal to the internal resistance. That is this combination. 100 plus 1400, that is 1500 here. 1500 here is there. So when you connect another 1500 here, so 3000 will be the total resistance. Current would be zero point 0.5 milliamperes, and zero point 0.5 milliamperes corresponds to the center position, that is half scale position. That is one point to be kept in mind. At half scale deflection, the pointer, at half scale deflection of the pointer, the internal resistance would be equal to the unknown resistance. And the fourth one, the test leads should be shorted and 0 ohms control is adjusted to bring the pointer to 0 on each range.